Hey, I'm Alex Miceli. I'm at the Reston, Virginia studios of Buffalo Communications. Yeah, you know, there's Billy Casper Golf too, but the bottom line is I'm here to give you my one take. Now, I want you to understand that this show, One Take, could mean that I could do many takes. It could be actually a one take. It could mean that I'll completely blow up the name and start with a new name, but right now we're going with one take, and this may or may not be a one take, but you won't know because the editors are so good that you won't know if I did this in one take or 20 takes, so let's go. All right, we always start with the big behemoth, the PGA Tour. Jon Rahm, Ryan Palmer. Who knew that opposites attracted on the PGA Tour? I thought that was just in dating, actually. But yes, Jon Rahm from Spain, Ryan Palmer from Texas, tobacco-chewing Ryan Palmer from Texas, win the Zurich Classic, which is a team event. You know, when I first heard about the fact that New Orleans was going to do a team event, I'm kind of like, do I really care? Yeah, I really do care. It's so much more interesting watching 72-hole stroke play events. Keith Pelley, the CEO of the European Tour, would say, we got to do different things. Zurich did something different. All the players want to play there, so I think it's terrific. Jon Rahm, Ryan Palmer, getting no get FedEx Cup points, but no world ranking points. Not going to do anything for President's Cup if you're Jon Rahm, but bottom line is it's more interesting than most anything else that was on television before Game of Thrones, Cubs winning in the 15th. You know, you had to watch those, obviously. All right, second up, Trophy Hassan 2 event in Morocco. Not usually something I'd pay attention to, but 3 of the top 5 this week were Americans. Now, how is that possible? Julian Seary, Sean Crocker, and David Lipsky all finished in the top 5, all Americans. How is that possible? Americans don't go to Morocco, for goodness sakes, and forget playing on the European Tour, but they do, and they're playing well. So I guess if you look at it and say, what does that mean? Well, if you take a look at Brooks Koepka, by the way, who had won on the European Tour, was a European Tour member, and has won 2 U.S. Opens in the PGA Championship, maybe this is the reverse. Americans going over, playing the European Tour, being successful, coming back to the United States, who knows what will happen. 3 out of the top 5, remember that, because I think it's a trend, it's not just an aberration. Tiger Woods won the Masters. Everybody's so excited. Now all of a sudden they're talking about Tiger's limping. Well, of course he's limping. He's 43 years old. He's playing against a bunch of 20-year-olds. Of course he's limping. Of course he's not going to play at the Wells Fargo this week. Of course he's not going to be playing in a bunch of other events when he's saving himself up to play at Bethpage at the PGA Championship. And the thought that you would think that he wouldn't be limping, 43, bad back, I don't know how many surgeries, I couldn't count them on my fingers and my toes. Of course he's limping. My goodness, how could you think that he wouldn't be? Lexi Thompson decided that she's going to social media. What a great idea. We should all be doing that. Why would you want to be involved with social media when all they do is start just pelting you? And that's what happened with Lexi Thompson. Of course, she's got a very thin skin, so being pelted on social media, couldn't handle it anymore. So to wrap it all up, we got the PGA Tour, obviously, with the Zurich, got the European Tour in Morocco, we got Tiger Woods limping. Really? And Lexi Thompson with the thin skin. And by the way, I forgot to tell you, USGA, Stacey Lewis, Brittany Lincecum getting an exemption into the Women's Open. Why are they getting an exemption? Because they had to take time off for pregnancy. It's about time people realize that women actually have kids. What a great decision by the USGA. Next week, we'll be talking all about the PGA Tour, the European Tour, and I'm making a sweet trip to Bandon Dunes, 20th anniversary. We'll have a little with Mike Kaiser and some other people. Looking forward to it. Looking forward to seeing you next week. It's Alex Miceli from the Buffalo Studios, and this has been One Take.